Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sounds and Sweet Airs. My name is John Leslie Lynn. I'm very proud to be the director of this show, a fantastic collaboration between the Kirk Players, the Mundelein Arts Council, and the Mundelein Park and Recreation Group. We're so very glad you could come tonight. I would ask you to bring several hundred close friends to our next performance, but you are here for our closing night. Thank you very, very much for being here. Enjoy the show.
She's here! She's here! She's here!
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently, for in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-painted fellow tear a passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. Pray you avoid it. Be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For something so o'erdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is, to hold as 'twere the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure. Now, this overdone or come tardy off, though it makes the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve. And let those that play your clown speak no more than is set down for them. That's villainous, and shows the most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go, make you ready.
Huzzah!
Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that if I then had waked after long sleep will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I'd waked, I cried to dream again.
Dromio! Dromio! Dromio!
Why, how now, Dromio? Why runn'st thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man, and how besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself. I am due to a woman, one that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such claim as you would lay to your horse. She would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
A very reverent body. I have but lean luck in the match, and yet is she a wondrous fat marriage.
How does one mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's the kitchen wench, and all grease. I know not what used to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warrant her rags and the tallow in them will burn a Poland winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoe, but nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
That's a fault that water will mend.
No, sir, 'tis in grain. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
No, sir. But her name and 3/4, that's an L, and 3/4 will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breath.
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She's spherical, like a globe. I could find countries in her.
What part of her body stands Ireland?
Oh, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
We're Scotland.
Oh, I found it in the Baroness, hard in the palm of her hand.
We're France.
Oh, upon her forehead, all armed and reverted, making war against her hair.
We're England.
Oh, I looked for the chalky cliffs, but could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her chin by the salt room that ran between France and it.
We're Spain.
Faith, I saw it not, but felt it hot in her breath.
We're America, the Indies.
Oh, sir, upon her nose, all o'er-embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires, declining their rich aspect into the hot breath of Spain.
We're stood Belgium, the Netherlands.
Sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I have about my body, such as the mark on my shoulder, or the mole on my neck, or the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch.
Romeo? Romeo!
Go! Hide thee presently post to the road, and if the wind blows any other way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If everyone knows us and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
So as a bear man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife!
I gave her cakes and I gave her ale and I gave her sack and sherry. I kissed her once and I kissed her twice and we were wondrous merry. I gave her beads and bracelets fine and I gave her gold down dairy. I thought she was a fear till she tickled my beard, and we were wondrous merry.
My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are done. If hairs be wires, then black wires grow in her head. I've seen roses damasked red and white, yet no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare.
When my love swears that he is made of truth, I do believe him. But I know he lies, that he might think me, some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties, and thus vainly thinking, he thinks I'm young. Although he knows my best days have passed. I credit his false-speaking tongue on both sides, thus a simple truth suppressed. And wherefore, say he not, he is unjust? Wherefore, say he not, that I am old? Love's best habit is in seeming trust. And age in love loves not to have years told. So I lie with him, and he with me. And in our faults by lies, we flattered be.
When, in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet, in these thoughts, myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day, arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
It was the lover and his lass with a hey and a ho and a hey, nonny no, and a hey, nonny nonny no. That o'er the green cornfield did pass in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ring time when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling. Sweet lovers love the spring. Between the acres of the rye with a hey and a ho and a hey, nonny no, and a hey, nonny nonny no. These pretty country folks would lie in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ring time when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling. Sweet lovers love the spring, and therefore take the present time with a hey and a ho and a hey, nonny no, and a hey, nonny nonny no. For love is crowned with a prime in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ring time when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling, hey ding-a-ling-a-ling. Sweet lovers love the spring.
Good morrow, Kate. For that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard but something hard of hearing? They call me Catherine that do talk of me.
Oh, you lie in faith. For you are called Plain Kate, and Bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom. Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates. And therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation. hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved. In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's a movable?
A joint stool.
Oh, you. Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such a jade as you with me, you mean?
Oh, don't worry about that, Kate. I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be, should buy.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a buzzard, as he takes a turtle.
Come, come, you wasp. In faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
Aha! My remedy will be to pluck it out. Mwah.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails. And so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Oh, come again. Good Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear, I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then? No arms.
What, Kate? A herald? Oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A cock's comb?
A combless cock. So Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Oh, Kate, come. Why must thou be so sour?
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, no crabs here, so look not sour.
There is.
Show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
Oh, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
By St. George, I am too young for you.
And yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Oh, no. You escape not so, Kate.
I chafe you if I tarry, let me go.
Oh, no, not a whit, for I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar, for thou art pleasant, gamesome, a passing conference, yet slow in speech, but sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, or bite the lip as angry wenches will. But thou, with mildness, entertainst thy wooers with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world! Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and sweet and as a hazel twig. Oh, she's as sweet as kernels of the hazel. Oh, come, show me, let me see thee walk. Thou dost not limp.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepst command.
Did ever Diane so become a grove as Kate, this chamber with her princely gait? Oh, be thou Diane, and let her be Kate. Then let Kate be chaste, and Diane gamesome.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
'Tis extempore, from my mother wit.
Oh, witty mother. Witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. Now therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you will be my wife. Dowry, read on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn. For by this light that doth show thy beauty, whereby I see thy beauty, oh, thou must marry no man but me, for I am he am born to tame you and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Your father comes. Remember, never make denial. I must and will have Catherine for my wife. Ooh.
There was a maid the other day, science or God wot, and she said all wives might have their way, but maidens they might not. Full 18 years have passed, she said, since I poor soul was born, and if I chance to die a maid, Apollo is forsworn. Hey ho, for a husband, hey ho, for a husband, still this was her song. I will have a husband, be he old or young. An ancient suitor to her came, his beard was almost gray. Though he was old and she was young, she would no longer stay. But to her mother went this maid and told her by and by that she a husband needs must have, and this was still her cry. Hey ho, for a husband, hey ho, for a husband, still this was her song. I will have a husband, be he old or young. A wedded life, a well-a-day, it is a hapless lot. Young maids may marry, be they gay, young wives, alas, may not. A 12-month is too long to bear this sorry yoke, she said. Since wives they may not have their will, 'tis best to die a maid. Hey ho, with a husband, hey ho, with a husband, what a life lead I. Out a husband, such a husband, such fie, oh fie, oh fie.
What? Have I escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am I now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you, for though love use reason for his physician, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to then, there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I. Ha, ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, at the least, if the love of soldier can suffice, that I love thee. I will not say pity me, 'tis not a soldier-like phrase, but I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might, for thee to fight. John Falstaff? Oh, wicked, wicked world! One that is well nigh worn to pieces with age to show himself a young gallant. What behavior hath this drunkard picked out of my conversation that he dares assay me in this manner? Why, he hath not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? I was then frugal of my mirth. Heaven forgive me. Why, I'll exhibit a bill in Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, as sure as his guts are made of puddings.
Oh, Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe that. I have to show the contrary.
Faith, but you do in my mind.
Well, I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
Why, what's the matter, woman?
If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
What? Thou liest, Sir Alice Ford.
We burn daylight. Here, read, perceive how I might be knighted. I shall think the worst of fat men as long as I have an eye to make difference of men's liking. What tempest, I trow, through this whale with so many tons of oil in his belly, ashore at Windsor. How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope until the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
Letter for letter, but that the names Mistress Page and Mistress Ford differ. To thy great comfort in this mystery of ill opinions, here is the twin brother of thy letter. But let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall. I'll warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters, writ with blank space for different names. Sure, more! And these are of the 2nd edition. He will print them out of doubt, for he cares not what he puts into the press when he would put us to.
Why, this is the very same. The very hand, the very words. Oh, what doth he think of us?
Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in a suit, and lead him on with a fine baited delay.
Have I caught my heavenly jewel? Why now let me die, for I've lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford. I cannot prate, Mistress Ford. Now shall I sin in my wish. I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best lord. I would make thee my lady.
Your lady, Sir John? Alas, I should be a
pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee. Come, I cannot cog and say thou art this and that, like in many of these lisping fellows that come like women in men's apparel. I cannot. But I love thee, none but thee. Thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou mightst as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind, I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must say it, otherwise I could not be in that mind. Mrs. Ford! Mrs. Ford!
She shall not see me. I'll ensconce myself behind the arras.
What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're shamed, you're o'erthrown, you're undone forever.
What's the matter, dear Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having an honest man to thy husband, to give him such show of suspicion.
What show of suspicion?
What show of suspicion? Out upon you, how I am mistook in you.
Why, alas, what's the matter?
Your husband is coming hither to seek for a gentleman that he says is here now in the house by your consent to take an ill advantage of his absence. You are undone.
'Tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so. You have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband is coming.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not my own shame as much as his peril.
May I not go out ere he come?
Alas! 3 of Master Ford's brothers wait at the door with pistols that none may issue out.
What shall I do? I'll creep up into the chimney.
He will search there, on my word. Neither press, coffer, chest, trunk, well, or vault. But he goes to them on his note. There is no hiding you in the house.
I'll go out then.
If you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John. Unless you go out disguised.
How might we disguise him?
Alas the day, I know not. There is no woman's gown big enough for him.
My maid's aunt, the fat woman of Brainford, has a gown above.
On my word, it will serve him. She's as big as he is. Run up, Sir John, quick, quick. We'll come dress thee straight. Put the gown on the while.
My husband cannot abide the old woman of Brainford. He swears she's a witch, forbade her my house, and hath threatened to beat her.
Heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and the devil guide his cudgel afterwards.
What hail, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman. What old woman?
Why, it's my maid's aunt of Brainford.
A witch. A queen. An old cozening queen. Have I not forbid her my house? She comes of errands, does she? We are simple men. We do not know what's brought to pass under the profession of fortune-telling, who works by charms, by spells, by figure in such dowry as this is. Beyond our elements, we know nothing. Come down, you witch, you hag. Come down, I say.
Nay, good sweet husband, do not strike the old woman.
Come, Mother Pratt, give me your hand.
I'll prod her. Out my door, you witch, you hag, you faggot, you polecat, you ruffian. Out, out. I'll conjure you. I'll fortune tell you.
Oh, trust me, he beat him most pitifully.
Nay, on the mass, that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought.
I'll have the cudgel hollowed and hung o'er the altar. It hath done meritorious service.
Come, follow me. Whither shall I follow? Whither shall I follow thee? To the greenwood, to the greenwood, to the greenwood, greenwood tree. To the greenwood, to the greenwood, to the greenwood, greenwood tree. To the greenwood, to the greenwood, to the greenwood, greenwood tree. To the greenwood, to the greenwood, to the greenwood, greenwood tree.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thy nine? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell. I see you are all bent set against me for your merriment. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your arts.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours, of Helen, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. And now, to Helen, is it home returned, there to remain?
Oh, Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the fate that thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eyes function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found, mine ear, I think it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport, in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me in this foul derision?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorned me.
Have you not said, Lysander, as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who until but now did spurn me with his foot, to follow me and call me goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, to tender me forsooth affection? But by your setting on, by your consent,
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do! Persevere! Counterfeit sad looks! Make mouths upon me behind my back! Wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up! If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument! But fairly well. It is partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, fair Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena!
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Oh, thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do!
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it to.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where do tends all this?
Oh, wait, you Ethiop.
No, he'll seem to break loose. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat. Thou vile thing, let loose. I shall shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, oh hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds thee. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me! What news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, I never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I'faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppets? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare. Between our stature she hath urged her height. And with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, painted maple, speak? How low am I? Yet I am not so low that my nails can reach unto thine eye.
Oh, I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a bright maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she's something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, hark, again!
Be not afraid, Helena, she shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, and she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little, again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns her services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost never intend so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not, now follow if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most, and Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor no longer stay in your cursed company. Your pans than mine are quicker, poor Frey. My legs are longer though. To run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
these mortals be?
Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends.
Now, the lunatic, the lover, and the poet are all of imagination compact.
One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman.
The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in the brow of Egypt.
The poet's eye in a fine frenzy rolling doth glance from heaven to from earth to heaven.
And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them into shapes and gives to airy nothing a local destination and a name.
The lunatic, the lover, and the poet have a name?
The most lamentable death and cruel tragedy of Pyramus and Thisbe.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you should think we come not to offend, but with good will. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know. In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Quince by name, presents a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this, the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
O grim-looked night! O night with hues so black! O night, whichever art when day is not. O night! O night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. The wall, O sweet and lovely wall,
which separates her father's grounds and mine.
The wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink with which to blink through with mine eye.
Oh, thanks, courteous wall. Thou shield thee well for this.
But what do I see? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, for giving me no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me! Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to peer her through the hole in the wall. Yonder she comes!
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
Hark! I see a voice! Wilt thou now to the chink, so I may hear my Thisbe's face? Oh, Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, I am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphlus to Procris was so true.
As Shaphlus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through this hole in this vile wall.
Kiss the wall's hole, now your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb?
Ninus.
Wilt thou at Midas' tomb?
Ninus.
Wilt thou at Nunu's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done thus, Wall away doth go.
You, ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion, rough in wildest rage, doth roar! Oh, then know that I, as Snug, the joiner, am. No lion's fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should, as lion, come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
This lanthorn doth the hoarded moon present. This lanthorn doth the hoarded moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be. All I have to say is that the lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this is my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb.
Ninus.
This is old Nine-Eyes' tomb.
Ninus.
This is old Nathan's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar.
Well roared, lion.
Then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take thee to truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle, good, what, stained with blood? Oh, approach ye furies fell! Oh, fates, come, come, cut, thresh, and thrum, quail, crush, consume, and quell. Oh, wherefore nature hast thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered the fairest dame that ever lived, that ever loved, that ever liked, that ever looked with cheer. Oh, tears confound, outsworn, and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, thy left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, thus, thus. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. And now I die. Die! 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 Die!
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove! Oh, Pyramus, rise!
Speak, speak.
Quite dumb? Dead! Dead! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Gone. Lovers, make moans. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters, three, come to me with hands as pens. Milk, lay them in gold, since you hath shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade my breast imbrue. Ooh! Farewell, friends. ends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Ah.
Our revels now are ended.
These are characters as I foretold you.
We are all spirits and are melted into air.
If we shadows have offended,
Think but this, and all is mended.
You have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
And like the faceless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palace, the solemn temple, the great globe itself, yea, all it inherit shall dissolve.
And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream.
We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.